Hi, welcome to Reading with Nana, and hello again to my special friends. Today is a totally different format. I'm going to tell you a real story, and the title of the story is called Bleach, but it's based on trust. Who we trust, why we trust them, and then what's going on today in our lives around the world and in the news. We need to know who our children trust, why they trust them. And if you run into a situation where you have a child that responds in an odd way or does not trust someone, you need to investigate that and not force your child to be in that situation. Again, the name of this story is Bleach. One morning while preparing for work and trying to get my kids out to their grandmother's house, I decided I had a few extra moments so I could go downstairs and put a load of clothes in the wash. I decided it would be whites, t-shirts, socks, and other varied undies, and I needed a little bleach. Well, I completed the bleach bottle the night before, so I decided I would put it in the garbage. Well, there's always this little corner in any bottle, whether it's water, juice, or milk, because the bottle is formed so the neck is small, so when you pour or drink, everything doesn't come out on you all at one time. So there's always this little bit. So I run up the stairs and look toward the garbage. Well, the bottle is not by the garbage. So I make the assumption that not only is the bottle of the bleach gone, but the garbage as well. So I return to the basement, finish loading the washing machine, and go along my way. As I go up the stairs, the first thing I hear is my son going, ugh! And as I approach him, he throws up. There's no food, it's all clear, but it smells of bleach. My heart sank. My son has drank the bleach. And I also know that his sister was part of this whole event. But nonetheless, I grab him, I run into the kitchen to the phone, which is supported by the wall. Back then, we didn't have cordless phones and we didn't have cell phones. So the phone is on the wall, and right next to it is a list of emergency numbers. The poison control number, I dial it, I tell them what's happened, and they explain to me that I should give him milk. My son doesn't drink milk, but then I remember I've got a baby bottle and a sippy cup stored on a kitchen shelf for other nieces and nephews who might still need those devices to help them drink. So I grab the baby bottle, put some milk in it, and lo and behold, he does drink it. In the midst of this, my husband is running around getting the girls together so we can pack everybody and what we need in the car as fast as we can. He's going to drop me and my son off at the hospital and then go on and take the kids to grandma's and then return to us. In the meantime, they're going to x-ray his throat, while I give them the needed information. Well, the next thing I know, they're talking to me. They've tried to x-ray his neck 3 times. For some reason, no matter how secure and tightly they've got his body and his movements controlled, he manages to squirm because he's looking for me. So we decide that we'll put one of those big metal vests on me like the radiologist has on to protect me from random x-rays, and I go in the room with him. I can only stand behind him, but I tell him, it's me, it's mom, please be still, let them do this. They've already done it. They've already tried to x-ray you 3 or 4 times. Please let them do that. So he was still. They took the x-ray. Number 4 was a success. Then they take that iron apron off me and send me on my way. The next step is to draw blood. I'm thinking it's going to be a finger prick, nothing major. But because they are looking for blood poisoning, they've got to put a needle in this little boy's arm. And he's, 2 years old, maybe? So at the sight of the needle, that's it. They're not going to do it. So I told them, look, he is not going to let you do that unless I am here. They try to explain to me that Mothers can't stand to watch this done to their kid, and it's best that you leave because you're going to be the problem. I said, you think you had a problem just trying to x-ray him? You haven't seen problem if you try to put that needle in him. Trust me, it will be fine. So they let me go in the room with him. I talked to him. I said, it's a big needle. Yes, it's okay to be afraid. I don't like it either. It's going to be a prick. I've had it done to me. It's not pleasant, but it's for a good reason. They're trying to make sure that the poison in that bleach is not in your blood, that you have not been poisoned. The neck x-ray was fine. This is the last check. So just hold your breath, do what you want to do. I'll hold your hand, but it's okay. It'll be over quickly. He nodded and agreed, much to the nursing staff's amazement. They really could not believe that I had this conversation with this little boy, and he went along with the program. But the thing is, he trusted me. After this whole ordeal was over, and as we prepared to take him back to his grandma's house with the other girls, I asked him, I said, I know who your partner in crime was, but I need to know why you went along with that. Well, that is my sister, Mom. Yeah, but we do know she's got 2 other sisters. You're the only boy. Ever since you arrived, she's been trying to figure out how you are different, how you operate, why are your responses different from theirs. You need to be a little more careful. After this, a lot more careful. She loves you. She's just trying to figure out how you work. So I said, but still, when you put it up to your mouth, I say your nose, then your nose, he said, Ma, it smelled really bad. He said, but she says, you do it first and I'll do it next. So he did it. That morning, I explained 2 things to my son. First of all, you trusted her. She was your sister. I get that. But sometimes we have to think about how something might smell, how something might taste, how something might feel. Sometimes we have to go with our gut that maybe that is not what I should do at this time. Maybe I should ask an adult before I do that. I said in the other lesson that he learned, anytime and every time someone comes to you and says, you go first and I go next, run. Because you are the experiment. You are the, quote, test dummy, unquote. That's the end of my true story entitled Bleach, and it's about trust. Please talk to your children. We laugh about it today, but that was a very scary morning. Even though we learned a lesson, it turned out for the better because I was praying every step of the way. If you liked it, click like or subscribe. Until next time. And I promise it'll be a story that someone else authored or some poetry.